all of you present here. Today I, Sara Ansari from 11C Humanities, stand here to present before you a short story. There once was a girl named Sia who was super curious about the universe, how it was being formed and where the stars were being formed. So she went to her mother and asked, "Mother, how the universe was being formed?" And she replied that 13.8 billion years ago there was a man named in 1755 Immanuel Kant, who was a person who wrote a theory, gaseous theory. And his friend, he copied his work, and he gave another theory, that was nebula theory, Laplace, given by Laplace in 1796. What was nebula theory, mother? Nebula theory was when a gas of helium and lots of dust were accumulated, and because of the centrifugal force and centripetal force, it radiated 9 rays, and those 9 rays became the 9 planets. But why only 9 rings, mother? Why not 8 or 10?
Hey.
That was the same question that was being asked by everyone. But since Laplace wasn't able to explain it, the hypothesis remained hypothesis. But what was the new thing, ma'am? What was the actual formation of the universe? The actual formation of the universe was the Big Bang theory by Edwin Hubble in 1950. That was another experiment. What he did is, there was a point, a single tiny dot, which had volumes of pressures and temperature, and then, because it had lots of temperature, lots of pressure, it exploded. And because it exploded, the universe started expanding, and it is still expanding now. Do you know that? That seems so interesting, mother. Would you tell me about the star formation? Well, the star formation is another big story here. You want to know? There were 5 very difficult stages about it. What were the 5 stages, mother? The 5 stages were, stage number 1, the nebula stage, where gas, particles, carbon dioxide, helium, hydrogen, all the gases, they accumulated, okay? And then, since they shrinked, because of the temperature, they started shining, which was the second stage, the photostar stage. Now, the thing is, after it had lots of temperature, it underwent many chemical fissions, and it started shining. That was stage number 3, the mean sequence stage, or the mean sequence process. A lot of people say that the sun is still in that process. Really? It is still in that process? That means after a few years, our sun will also become a star? Yeah, they say, maybe. And then, the 4th stage is the red giant stage, where the star, the cloud, became a giant red ball. And then, at the end, the stage 5 was the end stage, where the cloud had a big journey from a red ball to having lots of fission to becoming an actual star. But how was our Earth being formed, mother? Our Earth was initially a hot, barry thing, you know that? And then, because of outgassing, the entire thing, temperature dropped, and then we had rainfalls, and then because of the rainfalls, we had lakes now. You see those lakes? These are because of that. But about the temperature and atmosphere, it is because of the photosynthesis. There was no gas. Thank you.